You are listening to Larry Conners, USA.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
This is Larry Conners USA. Larry Conners USA.
I woke up this morning, got myself a gun. Mama always said I'd be the chosen one.
I got to say, watching Jen Psaki this week, it is amazing. I kind of wonder if Jen Psaki is on the payroll of Donald Trump, because her press conference strengthened President Trump's lawsuit against big tech. It makes clear that everything we thought about the Biden administration, about their willingness to trample on free speech, to trample on the Constitution, to use government power to silence you, everything we feared they might do, they are doing, and worse.
And worse. The words of Senator Ted Cruz after what happened last Friday. This is July 19, 2021. Last Friday, Jen Psaki, White House spokeswoman, flat out admitted, the White House flags certain articles for Facebook and says these articles, these columns, these comments, these people, these groups should not be allowed on Facebook. The whole purpose of the Trump lawsuit, when he claimed that there's been collusion between the White House and big tech, just got proven in that one statement. And we talked about it last week, and it's going to continue to gain steam. That was Senator Cruz talking over the weekend on Fox News he went on to say, I just wonder if she's on the payroll of Donald Trump. She just flat made this case for him. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of shaking and fear moving through the White House and those who understand what was said. But others are probably going to say, it's just, it was being misinterpreted. It's not that way. Did you see the mainstream? Let me correct it. It is state-controlled media, not mainstream media anymore. As I've been saying ever since the Biden White House started, it is state-controlled media, and this proves it. But did you see the state-controlled media reporting on Jen Psaki extensively and those remarks and the impact, the effect on them? Did they bring Jeffrey Toobin back to the CNN desk? And be careful where your hands are above the desk. And say, what did that mean? No, they're trying to move on. If you don't report it, it didn't happen. We're not going to move on. We're going to dig into it in more detail. Now, what did happen over the weekend on CNN, I mean, somebody's got to watch it for you. I'll do that. I'll take on the dirty duty. You had a liberal Washington Post columnist, as if there are any other than liberal for the Washington Post, Perry Bacon Jr., arguing, you got to love this, that the media should cop to all of its biases. Flat out admit, we are reporting it this way because what we're reporting, and here's where the key is, what we're reporting on, quote, the state-controlled media is fact. What they're doing over there and what Larry Conners is doing, that's all fiction. Well, to that extent, Brian Stelter, who was supposedly the ombudsman for the CNN network and supposed to be calling out when things are wrong, had on his guest Michael Wolff, an American journalist, also contributor to USA Today. Of course, he wrote the big book, Fire and Fury, inside the Trump White House while Trump was in office. And Michael Wolff said, the problem, Brian Stelter, with you and CNN, you guys just repeat yourself continuously. You don't shut up and listen, and you hold yourself up as sanctimonious that only you know the truth and no one else. He's absolutely right. And we'll get into that in more detail. Oh, by the way, biotech entrepreneur Vivek Vermamsi wrote the book titled Woke Incorporated. He said Coca-Cola is a perfect example of woke blowing smoke. We'll break that down for you. And if you think things cannot get more woke, the latest Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition, and I know you've been waiting for this, the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition, one of the biggest sells of Sports Illustrated all year long, especially when it's put up in front where everybody can see it. The Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition features the first, you knew it had to happen, the first transgender in a swimsuit. Here we go. We've got a lot to cover the next 2 hours. Let your friends and family know we're on the air. Lock and load. Ready on the right.
You can email Larry at LarryConnersUSA@gmail.com. LarryConnersUSA@gmail.com.